or welcome back to a game of Fantasy and Thrones. My name's Hannah and this is my December TBR. I have a little Santa hat on because it's nearly Christmas and I decided to do this month's TBR slightly differently. I've been wanting to get back into mood reading for a while and I thought, with it being the end of the year, I'll be looking at doing the typical end of year content that a lot of booktubers do. So that's the best of my top. I'm going to go for top 20 books of the year. And I'm going to split that down, so it's two videos. It's going to be a top 20 of new 2020 to 2021 releases, and then anything older than 2020 will be in a separate video because I like to read backlist books. We know this. But to make things easy, I asked Jean to pick a number between 1 and 20 because that's the number of dice, that's the number on the die I used to I have 20-sided die that I use to determine the number of books. I will get back to a game of TBR just in the new year. I just wanted to mood read for a bit. So he picked the number 1, which is perfect because there was, if you were around last year, when I was just starting this channel, you would know that there is one book that I have to read every year during December Christmas time, and that is The Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. This is one of the Discworld novel books, but it can be read as a standalone, and I quite often do reread this one as a standalone. Basically, this is the Discworld take on the It Was the Night Before Christmas story. It's the night before Hogswatch, and it's too quiet. Where is the big jolly fat man? Why is death creeping down chimneys and trying to say ho ho ho? The darkest night of the year is getting a lot darker. Susan, the gothic governess, has got to sort it out by morning, otherwise there won't be a morning ever again. The 20th Discworld novel is a festive feast of darkness and death, but with jolly robins and tinsel too. And basically, in this one, the Hogfather goes missing, and while Susan is trying to find the Hogfather, Death, her adopted grandfather, is trying to save Hogswatch. And what follows is so much fun. It is slightly dark at times, but it's dark in the best way. There's my favourite quote from this sums up this book perfectly. It sums up human nature perfectly, but I can't tell you because it is a major spoiler. The quote happens right near the end of the book. I can't tell you, but it is a brilliant quote and it sums up everything perfectly. So, because this is a reread, it's an annual reread, it probably won't take me long to fly through it, and it's 445 pages. It's a cute little mass market paperback. Most of my Terry Pratchett books are mass market, apart from like 4 or 5. I have 2 hardbacks, 2 standard size hardbacks, and I think it's like 3 standard size paperbacks of Terry Pratchett. So I'm a fan. I think this is just a reread because it is the season. Then I've been wanting to, a couple of months ago, I did do a series of vlogs for reading the book box subscriptions, and I do want to do that again. I have been wanting to get to those. So another 2 books that I want to read are She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan, and the gorgeous edition of Witches Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart. These are I would like to get to and probably will. So She Who Became the Sun follows can she outwit her destiny and rise rise as high as she can dream in a famine-stricken village on a dusty yellow plain. A seer shows two children their fate. For the boy, greatness; for the girl, nothingness. In 1345, China lies under harsh Mongol rule. For the starving peasants of the Central Plains, greatness is only found in stories. The Zhou family is mystified as to how Zhu Shangba, their 8th born son, will achieve his lofty future. It's normally 7th born. It's also a joke. The 7th son of a 7th son is usually sorcerer. Anyway. But for a daughter, no matter how clever or capable, knowing the death would be no surprise. Yet when a bandit attack opens the two children, it's Zhu Shangba who dies. Desperate to survive, his sister steals his identity to enter a monastery. There, disguised as a male novice, Zhu learns she can be ruthless to avoid her fate. But when her sanctuary is destroyed, Zhu is cast back into a war-torn world. To change her ending, there's only one thing she can do: claim her brother's great destiny as her own. This is an absolutely gorgeous edition from Illumicrate, and I'm hearing good things about this one. I also have, because Illumicrate and a lot of publishing companies were advertising it as the LGBTQ plus trifecta, I believe, which includes She Who Became the Sun, which obviously I haven't read yet. It's right up there. There's two others: the Jasmine Throne, which I own but haven't read, and there's another one which I have read and did actually, The Unbroken. They are billed as like a lesbian trifecta at the moment. I do really want to read the other two. Then we have Which is Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart, which is a fairy edition, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But order divides them, revenge will unite them. Aria Adair has spent her life in a cell. Heir of an overthrown and magically gifted dynasty, she was exiled from the island nation of Aika. Aika? Not sure how you say that one. But every day brings her closer to freedom and vengeance. Jasmine Carrier grew up dressed in gold with the stolen magic at her fingertips. Daughter of the self-crowned Doyen, her existence is a threat to her mother's rule, but Jasmine has no intention of dying. Sworn enemies, the two witches enter a deadly alliance to take down the woman who threatens both their worlds. But revenge is a bloody pursuit, and nothing is certain except the lens Aria and Jasmine will go to win this game. A fierce and thrilling story where dangerous magic reigns supreme and betrayal lurks beneath every word. So those are the two subscription box books that I want to read. If it happens, it happens. And then I also have a stack of middle grade as well, because I am wanting to read more middle grade in December. I think they're quick and fun, and for some reason, Howl's Moving Castle and the second Morrigan Crow book, which I do have, it's just they give me major December vibes, so I'll probably get to these. Howl's Moving Castle. It's in the land of Ingery, where suddenly boots and cloaks of invisibility really exist. Sophie Hatter attracts the unwelcome attention of the Witch of the Waste, who puts a curse on her. Determined to make the best of things, Sophie travels to the one place where she might get help, the moving castle which hovers on nearby hills. But the castle belongs to the dreaded wizard Howl, whose appetite, they say, is satisfied only by the hearts of the young girls. This just gives me winter vibes. I've got no idea why. Maybe it's because in the anime there's Calcifer, and he's a flame, and he's just, I don't know, gives me winter vibes. But then we have How Not to Be a Vampire Slayer by Katie Birchall. This follows Maggie Helsby, who isn't afraid of spooky legend and she's wanting to prove it. So she agrees to a day to venture into the forest, but when she's there she doesn't expect to find a creepy castle enchanted by humans, vegetarian vampire who wants to be her friend, an ancient book naming her as the latest of the Helsby Slayers. Helsby, that made me laugh. Anyway. And so Maggie has to persuade her family, her new human friends and the Mayor Cauliflower, that their nocturnal neighbours need protecting as much as they do. I'm expecting this to be quite funny. I believe there's cute bats as well. House of Secrets. This just looks like your standard adventure book. Brendan, Cordelia and Nell move to the Kristoff house. No idea they're about to unleash the dark magic locked within. The Walker kids must battle against deadly pirates, bloodthirsty warriors and a bone-crunching giant. If they fail, they'll never see their parents again in a craze which will take over the world. No pressure then. And that is by Chris Columbus and Ned Vizzini. Howl's Moving Castle is by Diana Wynne Jones. And then we have Darwin's Dragons by Lindsay Galvin. Need I say more? This is why I picked this book up. But in 1835, Cabin Boy Sims Covington is on the voyage of a lifetime to the Galapagos Islands with the world-famous scientist Charles Darwin. But when Sims falls overboard during a huge storm, he washes up on an unexplored island. Stranded there, he makes a discovery that could change the world. Now it's not just his own survival at stake, the future of an undiscovered species is in his hands. And then what Chicken House do is they sum up the book in 3 words. So it says, daring, discovery, adventure. And really should have dragons in there as well, but you know. That's the tentative TBR for December. Like I say, the only official book on here is Hogfather. But I'd like to save that for Christmas week, you know, the build up. Probably won't take me too long to read, and if I go over Christmas reading it, I go over. So I'll probably start that one around the 20th, week beginning the 20th, maybe even a little bit later on. But like I say, it's a reread, it shouldn't take too long. But then I have all of these books that I can pick from as well. I'll probably concentrate on middle grade, you know, just to, because they're quite good to read, and you know, they're quite easy to read as well, and we all know that December is a manic month. And then, if I feel like it, I have some sequels that I might get to. I recently picked up The Last Graduate, which is book 2 of the Scholarman series by Naomi Novik. Her name escaped me there. And I also have Uprooted by her as well. Now, Spinning Silver is gives me wintry vibes, more Christmassy vibes, so I might try Uprooted as well. And I think I'll just mood read. So yeah, this is a very short TBR video where I ramble. But let me know if you have any Christmas books that you have to read religiously. Well, not religiously, I think it's the wrong term, but traditionally, any books that you read for Christmas, any Christmas traditions or December traditions that you have that are bookish, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. So if you like this video, give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to see this and talk about these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!